Hey everybody, this is Kenny Cummins here of Chilling with Kenny C right here on tmvcafe.com, bringing you entertainment to your ears. My guest at this time is originally from Long Island, New York, currently residing in Nashville, Tennessee. His latest single is called Whoa, I Wanna Ride, and it is available on all streaming platforms right now. He goes by the name of Michael James. He's with me right now. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. How about you, Kenny?
I'm good, man. Great to have you, and thanks for being on the show.
Of course. Thanks for having me, man. I'm excited.
So I did some research on you
Okay.
and and seeing how you got started into music. It actually began, your love for country music in particular started when you attended a Kenny Chesney concert with your father at the age of 13. Uh, so take me back, if you can, to that particular time. Like, talk about that experience seeing Kenny Chesney with your dad. Just talk about that experience, seeing him, and which
Yeah.
led to you becoming in love with country music.
Yeah. It's funny because the love started seeing Kenny C on stage, and now I'm talking to a Kenny C.
I
Well,
get that a lot.
yeah. Back then, I was in middle school, and around the time, the whole story was kind of like a God thing. It was my parents were going through a divorce, and at the time of that, my dad was getting into country music, and I've never even listened to country music before this. I kind of grew up on like classic rock and hip hop and rap and stuff like that. But since my dad was getting into country music, he's like, I'm gonna take your older brother to this Kenny Chesney concert and just like try and get him out of the house a little bit, cheer him up with all what's going on. And I'm the second out of four, so like I was like, "Ah, I guess I'm not going. Well, I don't even know who Kenny Chesney is, so it doesn't matter." And then my brother ended up not going to the concert, and I was next in line, so my dad took me, and he was showing me songs like on the way to the concert, which was at MetLife Stadium, which for those that don't know, that's where the New York Jets and Giants play. So it's a massive stadium. And walking in there, and I've never even seen a concert in my life, and seeing a concert of that magnitude was insane. You get Jake Owen playing, finishing up as we're walking in, who is one of my big influences now. Tim McGraw goes on, plays a killer set. I've never even heard Tim McGraw before, probably besides one song. And I was like, oh my gosh, who's this guy? And then Kenny Chesney comes on and just completely rocks the house. And watching him be able to change the mood of the entire stadium and make joy kind of fill up in everybody, that's when I fell in love with country music and entertaining in itself. It was really entertainment that sparked that love for country music.
Wow. So not only did you see Tim McGraw, you saw Tim McGraw and Kenny Chesney for your first concert.
Yes, sir.
Wow. That's big. And those are legends in country music. And I'm starting to listen to country music little, back in the 90s, Shania Twain and Brad Paisley, these old school country artists. They might as well be old school at this point.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, see Tim and Kenny, and this is in their peak. This is you, so you got to see them like in their prime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just
It was quite the experience to see them just especially like I had no idea who they were. So seeing that, I was like, that's the top of the top for me in my eyes. I'm like, I guess this is as good as it gets.
oh
And
yeah.
you ask anybody nowadays, yeah, they are as good as it gets in country music.
Oh yeah, and I will say Kenny Chesney is a good representative of all the Kennys out there. Very, very good guy. Very, very talented dude right there. So that that concert on that night made you fall in love with country music. Now
Yes,
I
sir.
see that you have an athletic background. You know, you was playing football and basketball, and it looked like that was something you wanted to do, like going into college and everything, but
Mhm.
it was cut short due to multiple concussions. And then going back to country music, that helped find yourself again. So take me to that experience as far as that country music going from the age of 13 into your teen years, going into college, and now this is your passion. This is your this is what you do. So what was it like just going through that athletic days, and then you ended up saying, okay, I'm gonna give country music a shot. I'm gonna actually do it, and not look back. How did that feel?
Yeah. So that was kind of a crazy experience because I suffered like back to back to back. And then a couple of years after that was like another one, concussions. And growing up, my delusional confidence was like, I'm 5'10". And I'm like, I'm going to the league. Like, doesn't matter what I'm playing, I'm going all the way. Probably looking back, I was like, all right. I probably wouldn't even played D2 in college if I really tried hard enough. But my confidence was like, I'm going all the way. I'm gonna face to face LeBron James, but win a championship on him. But no, so that kind of got cut short after the concussions, and my doctor and my parents kind of agreed. They're like, you can't play sports anymore. Like it is too dangerous for you. Like you could play, but it's gonna affect the rest of your life if you get injured again. And which I definitely see the effects of concussions now, like in my everyday life. But sports got pushed to the side, and I kind of just lived through my high school and halfway through college career. And it wasn't until I was 19 where I saw my brother posting videos when he was away at college, and he was doing songwriter rounds, and he was singing and writing his own original songs and doing covers and stuff. And I was like, I got really nothing going on. Like, I'm gonna pick up a guitar. I want to do that. So it was the inspiration from him that really drove me to pick up a guitar. And a couple years later, I wrote a couple songs, and me, my brother, my cousin, and my friend, we took a trip down to Nashville. But at the time, I was kind of just like hinting at it, like I'm gonna do this. But my parents were like, yeah, okay, how about you go to school and do something, like be a teacher. And so I was going to school, and I took a trip down to Nashville and secretly recorded two songs. They didn't know this. They thought we were just going on vacation. So I recorded two songs and put them out, and they were pretty successful for like not knowing how to even do anything promotion wise or like musically. I was just doing everything on social media. And that's kind of when I was like, all right, I think I could do this. And even my parents were like, all right, he just did that. Like he, he could do this, I think. And then I just kind of felt the call from God to go down to Nashville, dropped out of school, moved 6 months later. I never looked back. It's been a little over 2 years now.
Definitely a testament of you with the adversity that you dealt with, and you wonder like, what's the next move for me? And 2021 happens. You go on to release your first single, and that was your launching pad right there.
Mhm.
As far as pursuing being a recording artist, an independent artist.
Mhm.
And you're a good dude, man. Just being able to overcome that scares, and now you a recording artist. You singing, sing your heart out there, screaming fans. Like, you went from screaming fans on the courts to now screaming fans like at music shows.
Never
So
thought of it that way.
so
That's
that's
cool.
that's quite the transition right there.
Man,
uh
that's all God right there. I'm just following his plan.
So 2021 Without a Roof On. That's your first release on the platforms. So and then your latest single, Road I Wanna Ride. I want to talk about that. I've heard that a few times. Very encouraging tune, you know, as far as your path, about your journey. Uh, that song came out January 26th of this year, which is literally a month ago. Talk about
Yeah, it's
how
like it
that
today.
song came about for Road I Want to Ride. How did that song came to be?
That song came in a time where I was just I was kind of figuring out what I still wanted to write, what I wanted to say. I know I wanted to put music out eventually because I kind of took a little break from releasing music. And that was kind of the spark of like, all right, this song's this song's pretty decent from the batch we wrote. Like, let's keep writing like this. And it was at a time where I was just like wrestling with myself. And like, I was like, I love Christian music and I love country music. And I was like, should I just go into Christian music? And I just been praying and praying. And then I ended up just getting thrown back into country music. And that's when, around the time we wrote that song. So I love to dabble the faith into it. And that's just like a true story of how I was. Like I wasn't living the way I was, but now I feel like I'm on the right path now. So that's what the song's all about.
At the end of the day, you follow your heart and you put your mind into something, you go for it. Um, and you moved on to incredible things. Um, and just props to you, man, for everything you've done. You have a bright future um, in the music. You level headed, you calm, and you're good overall good dude. So I say props to you in that regard, man. So check out the latest single, Road I Wanna Ride. And it's available on all the streaming platforms. Support independent music, support Michael here. He's got a lot in store. So with that being said, we're getting to the final weeks of winter, getting through the cold, some rare snow days. The winter hasn't really been that overwhelming bad, at least for me. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, no,
it hasn't been.
it's been pretty chill down here. It feels like we're
Yeah,
in our third spring already, and then we're gonna be back in winter next week, and then
yeah,
head on to our final winter, hopefully.
yes. I best describe winter, this winter, bipolar,
Oh,
because we we
100%.
we we're thinking snow, 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 at least once a week or once every other week. It's just been 40, 50 degrees. And I'm like, that's bearable for me. Like I can
Mhm.
bear with 40, 50 degrees. I'm wearing long jackets and hoodies on my way to work and stuff. Now, if we talking snow and icy roads, I'm getting on the phone with my supervisor and say, you see these roads out here? Uh, you better find
Oh yeah,
somebody else to work.
we staying home today.
Yeah, I'll stay home watching Netflix or whatever. You enjoy the rest of your day, sir. Um, so you got anything else in the works as we approach the spring season? New music, upcoming shows?
Kenny, we got a lot in store. I got a new single that's coming out soon. I was gonna announce it later this week, but why not announce it with Kenny C right here? I got a new
Yeah, we
single.
love the scoop. I love the scoop.
I got a new single coming out March 8th, which is I didn't even realize that's like not this Friday, but the following one. I thought it feels like it's like a month away, but it's a week and a half pretty much. And followed by some more songs and then maybe a bigger project or something. You never know what's around the corner. So just stay tuned for a lot to come this year.
That's awesome. So you just heard it here first from Michael James on this show. The next single is coming out on March the 8th, and you can pre-save it. This single right now. What's the name of the song?
It's called Can I Get a Amen?
Can I get an amen? You can pre-save it from Michael James. Follow him on Instagram at Michael James. Check him out on Facebook. I know Michael, that's a common name, but just at least follow him on Instagram. Mike at Michael James. You can start with that, and then he got all his other social media links, and it'll lead you there. So World I Wanna Ride, keep them numbers coming for that song. Pre-save, Can I Get an Amen? And it will be available on your release radar on midnight of March the 8th. So go check that out, man. Um, so as far as Nashville, you are originally from Long Island, New York. You
Yes,
live in
sir.
Nashville currently.
Mhm.
So with a few years in, how are you feeling about Nashville? How are you feeling about the vibe, the venues, some of the artists you got to see? How are you feeling about Nashville as
I
an artist?
I love it. This is home now. Although you do miss the occasional beach, growing up on the beach, that's like you crave some salt water in your veins. But besides that, this is home now. I love it down here.
Okay. You being for Long Island, I get the beach. I visit Jersey area
Uh-huh.
at a young age. Not Long Island, New York, but New Jersey. They got
Hmm.
some beaches there.
Yeah.
So that atmosphere, I definitely get it. Nashville, they just got so much going on, especially downtown. It's like
There's there's a lot. You don't even like realize how much is going on in one night and how many different artists are playing right down the road from each other. It's insane. And you could run into literally anybody at any time of the day. You won't even know. Like, you never know what to expect in this town.
I feel like it feels like every other week I read a report that a big name artist is building a bar or a venue in the city. But like,
Yeah.
how much room does Nashville have, especially downtown? It's like not turning into to Times Square South or something. Like,
I don't know how
man,
much room they got, but it seems like they're keeping on building. So maybe they're just going to start building up instead of sideways.
yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm going to start building towers on top of each other. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like I don't know, man. Like Nashville is, I envy. I live in Lexington, Kentucky. I mean, we have a nice spot, but then again, we all talking Nashville here. We're talking Music City, downtown. You know what I'm saying? Especially downtown. And I know some friends that moved to Nashville, and they tell me they love it. They love Nashville, the music and just the downtown and everything. So
Mhm.
if I ever go to Nashville, I know some people that can take me some places to enjoy some live music. So
Yeah,
that's a
man.
lot of fun. So Michael, man, great chatting with you, man. Props to you on the single, and look forward to March the 8th. Can I get an amen? You're gonna be singing to the choir, literally,
Hey,
with
we're
this
trying.
song. So,
Thanks
so
for having me on. I appreciate you.
great chatting with you, Michael, and you enjoy the rest of your night. You enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks again, man.
Thank you, Kenny.
All right, every night. All right.